Hey guys, this is Hell Hades. This is a video that I'm really excited to do. So there's going to be a new game called Ashes of Creation. I think the alpha's due out towards the end of this year. This is going to be some sort of gameplay, and I'm basically going to talk you through what I know about the game so far. Its CEO and creative director Steven Sharif is a long-time gamer. Basically has loved the MMO scene for a lot of his life and played games in that genre for a lot of his life, and basically he does not like the way the MMO genre category has gone over the last 10 years, and he was lucky enough, I guess, to have enough cash to invest into his own game design, where he is truly trying to bring a game which is suitable for the player base. The reason why I'm so keen about this game is because it looks like he's just kind of pulled together a lot of the best things from MMOs in the past and present, really, and tried to bring them all into one game. For those that are not aware, I am a massive MMO fan. I played, if I think back to my childhood actually, I played like Bard's Tale, Eye of the Beholder, Legends of Valor, all those kind of dungeon crawler stroke open world type games. And then in more recent years, Star Wars Galaxies, when it came out, I was a player from when it started, trying to get my lightsaber, right the way through to World of Warcraft. I probably played it for like 8 years. So I love the genre. The reason I stopped playing games like that was because of work, really. So my work's changed now. I'm a creator now. So let's get into this video. So basically, there's 4 fundamentals about Ashes of Creation, and I just want to kind of talk through each of those different areas. So, I mean, you can see some of the visuals here. They look like awesome. But 4 fundamentals. 1, there's going to be a node system, which I'm going to go into in quite a lot of detail, because that's really like the USP. That's what separates this game from other games out there right now. Secondly is like meaningful PvP. So areas of the world that you want to take back, you have to take back in force. Thirdly, they want to have an economy system in this game which means something. And then fourthly, there's going to be like a decent narrative or storyline. So this is like a visuals about the node system. So basically, you're going to spawn in the world, and the world's going to be relatively like unfounded. It's just going to be open landscapes, and you're going to need to build up your own areas. So you might stumble across some good resources, and nodes will appear in those different areas. And it's up to you and your teams and your kind of comrades, whatever, to start to build up a node. Now, interestingly, the nodes all level up based on your activity. So if you find some resources in the open world and you start to farm those resources, if you take down some of the mobs and do missions and things like that, then basically you and your team surrounding you in this node are going to help level up the node. And for me, it sounds like a very cool system. You're basically going to be pushing a node which might have very minimal levels of quest lines. It will have very few NPCs, and it actually won't be until you hit stage 1 of the node. You kind of see the visual and the progression here. It won't be until you hit stage 1 that you even attract NPCs. But then you upgrade that node over time through your actions, and basically you can turn it into like a full-on metropolis. And you can only have in the whole world, for each server, 5 metropolises maximum. I don't know if metropolis is even a plural, but you can only have 5 maximum. And that's where some of the cool PvP stuff starts to come into play. So the nodes, they've all got their own kind of style, and basically every single server is going to have a different setup than the one you were in before. So, you might find that a metropolis has spawned in 5 different areas on one server, and then it'll be completely different on another server because it's all player interaction based. I love the fact that it's the players that are deciding how the worlds are going to develop. I'm really interested to see how well they do this, but it certainly feels like you might have some nodes which sort of pop up and they're really kind of military based. Each node's got 4 different sort of styles that it can kind of hone itself in on. So you've got scientific, you've got economic, you've got militaristic, and then you've got divine. So you can kind of push your nodes however you want, but obviously you're going to need to be able to protect your civilians, if you like. So you're going to need some form of militaries. You can see here, so sometimes as you push a node further and further, you can actually spawn like world bosses or world events. The example here is actually as a dragon that's bursting out of this volcano, and you either come together as a group to destroy the threat, or you've got a risk of your node being literally like melted back down to level 1, and you've got a chance for somebody else to come and kind of level up their own node. So there's a really kind of cool feel to it. I think there's plenty they can be doing with this as well. So with there only being a maximum of 5 metropolis within the server, basically, if you want for your node to grow, you might have to interact with other people and almost like go and siege a different node and try and literally like blow it to the ground. And that's where the kind of meaningful PvP comes from. And we'll get into that in a bit more detail in a second. Within your nodes, there's also a real kind of economic feel to it. So as they grow up, you can put things in like forges, like taverns, etc. And you've also got real estate. So you can actually put your own house in, which grows as the node grows. So if you're an early founder of a house in like a village, actually you can get a mansion by the time it becomes a metropolis, if it gets that far. And you can sell those things, those houses, you can sell those plots. Very cool kind of economic side to the game, which reminds me a lot of Star Wars Galaxies. And I was a big trader in Star Wars Galaxies. I had almost like a mining empire of my own, which was pretty fun to do actually. So really different element to the game. There's a lot in this game around being able to have different professions. So if you want to be a crafter, if you want to be the person that's the armorer or the blacksmith, then there's definitely the opportunity to do that. If you want to go heavy into PvP, then there's definitely the opportunity to do that as well, and you would want to go to a node which is going really for the military style. So lots of cool different avenues in the game. They even take it to the point where each of the different types of node will have a different type of leader. So you might vote in a mayor in a certain node, whereas other ones you might have to try and win leadership of that metropolis or village or whatever it is by force of arms. So very different play styles depending on what type of village or town that you decide to work in. So the other thing to be aware of then is there's a really cool I'd say old school type of way to trade in this game. There's not going to be like an open house auction house, and it's not going to be like a pay to win mentality. So if you've got some valuable resources in your area, actually you have to build up trade links through caravans to be able to trade with other nodes. You can actually have your own market stalls which people come to your village to purchase special goods. It might be that only your kind of area can actually farm the right sort of resources to build a certain type of armor. Therefore you can actually put a real premium on that type of sold product. So I love, again, it reminds me of Star Wars Galaxies when I played that, where you were absolutely going for those finest resources to be able to put a stinking premium on some items that you're trying to sell. And I love that type of intricate way of working. I mean, the visuals are actually beautiful as well. They've done such a good job so far. We're only kind of coming up to alpha, and I'm sure there's still plenty of work to be done on the actual gameplay side of things. But for what I've seen so far, it looks really cool. So in terms of the PvP system then, they're looking to have proper guild wars. You can actually create an enemy of a guild, so your guild are literally at war with another guild, and they're looking for it to be a real kind of player-based system. So none of this, we're going into a dungeon and there's just like an auto team finder. They're not interested in that. They want you to have, they want to go back to that kind of build friendships in the groups, go in there as clans, build that clan up over time. And that's very similar, again, to what I used to do with Star Wars Galaxies, albeit we're probably talking 15 years ago or something now. But I've still got a lot of friends that I play games with from those days. In terms of the housing system then, so you have houses which are within the different nodes, But then as the node grows, you also are able to get real estate, which kind of branches just outside of that area. And you can see examples here of plots of land that you can get, which you can then just basically put in different elements onto your land. This is a freehold piece of land, so if you want to build a tavern just outside of town, you can do it. That can be your profession, that can be what you strive to do, and you can go ahead and sort of decorate those houses however you want as well. So there's a real kind of, it's almost like a world within a world. That's what they're going for. They want you to be immersed in the game, which again I think is very cool. The more I see videos on this game, the more excited I am about the game. And I've not felt that way for a long time on an MMO. So yeah, I guess we should kind of band together and just follow this, because it's definitely a game that I can see me putting either on this channel or creating a separate channel for it if it lives up to the hype. Yeah, in terms of storylines, there's plenty of different classes. Whether you want to be an all-out offense, whether you want to be an assassin sort of style champ, whether you want to be full-on arms, military style, whether you want to be an artisan or a crafter, and this is just some early footage of a mage. So we kind of see her running through some early style gameplay soon. I mean, I know this is all kind of early stuff and they're trying to wow us, but some of the visuals just really make me properly excited. They're putting a ton of effort in. I know that they've actually taken designers and coders from big games. So we're talking about Star Wars Galaxies, we're talking about Call of Duty, we're talking about EverQuest. So people that know what they're doing, they know about these genres, and they know how to really design like immersive games. So this is the mage now in action. I mean, I don't know if I even count up how many different spells I'm seeing here, but there's definitely a whole kind of mixture of things that she's up to. And again, like visually, it's just so powerful all the way through. So I know a lot of you guys play World of Warcraft or have played World of Warcraft, because we've been chatting about it on streams. It feels to me like this is potentially the game to bring down World of Warcraft. This has got potential to really bring back the MMO to the forefront of the gaming sort of community. And for me, that's what I'm looking for. There's a couple of videos out already on the Ashes of Creation YouTube page where you can kind of see some of the world bosses that they've kind of designed, but we can see one here coming through now, and yeah, I just got that feeling of I want to get involved. So guys, look, I'm excited by it. I'm definitely going to be giving it a try when it comes through. Let me know if you'd like to see some content on this, and as it develops, I'll let you know. I've been Hell Hades. I'll catch you later.